Now, subscribe to the Fight Week Show. We'll see you guys on the road soon.
What's happening, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people? Then we are back with another episode of the Don't Stop Shakedown, episode 51. Episode 51, man. We here, people. And helping me do that today is my brother Yao, Mac Dane, and Leroy. How's you lot doing? Let's start with Leroy first. How you doing, my brother?
I'm pretty good. Gonna keep the conversation on my side as minimal as possible because right now I am suffering a little bit of pain. Just went to the dentist today and a little bit of pain, but we carry on.
Yeah, you know what? It's a shame you ain't got that Hannibal Lecter fucking, you know what I mean? Put that Hannibal Lecter fucking mask on you, brother. You know what I mean? But that dentist did a pretty good job on you, man. You don't even look like you've been to a dentist. Big up yourself. How's Yao doing? It's freezing over there in South Africa. Yao's freezing. I'm hot over here with my little mini fan. But Yao, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing nice and cold in sunny Johannesburg. All good on the MMA scene here. Looking forward to this week's show. Looking forward to EFC 115 next week. UFC 303 was crazy. Head kick win for Pereira. So I'm good. I'm happy. I'm a happy person.
Yeah, man. 100%. Big up everybody that's
fucking wild.
Incredible. We'll come to that. And lastly, how's my brother Mac Dane? How you doing, my guy?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Fucking Leroy's moaning about getting a scale and polish at the dentist and talking about having a sore mouth. Meanwhile, man had a chunk cut out of his back today. You know what I mean? I've been through the fucking wars, and he's like, I'm not going to be talking today because my back and my fucking mouth. So, you know what I mean? Stop it with the fucking Hawk tour, and you won't be having a sore mouth. Honestly, bro, I swear to God, it was a chunk. If anybody's ever had a mole removed, they know what I'm talking about, mate. It was a chunk they took out my back. I almost fucking wanted it back. I feel like I've lost part of myself today.
It sounds like a very white person thing to have happen.
What, get a mole out?
Getting moles cut out.
Yeah, probably, mate.
Yeah, I mean, look, that fucker's spent enough fucking time on your body, spying on your fucking life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, that was. Mate, I've had that thing since birth. You know what I mean? Like,
is this fine on you your whole life, bro?
I had a fallen brother today, like.
Oh, big up everybody in the chat. I see Nas OG. I see Rosie in the chat. Big up yourself, Rosie. I see Wolfie. Salute to you, brother. Yeah, man. Salute. We got Robbie Brown. Big up yourself. Please make sure as you're rolling in, you're hitting that like button, you're hitting the share button, getting the word out there. We're talking all things MMA news today. We're discussing, we're taking a deep dive into all our topics today. So make sure you're dropping your opinions so we can put them up on the screen. And make sure you're subscribing to the Rambling That podcast, to the Head Kick podcast. Peace to you. And make sure you also jump in on the Fight Week show as we carry on this evening. We got some news in the MMA world. The MMA world has been kind of I don't want to say quiet off the back of the card that just happened, but there's been some wild things that's gone on with the regular Joeys. They love to be in the news. They just can't stay out of the news. They can't stay out of the news. And yeah, man. Without further ado, Leroy, spin the clip, brother.
After being hit with a $3 million debt charge by the Russian tax authorities, Khabib Nurmagomedov has decided to flee the country. With the debt piling up and his bank accounts being seized, not only has Khabib escaped his motherland, but he has also opted to change nationality and become a UAE citizen.
Bro, times are hard, but as you can see today, you know what I mean. I'm not. My school bus is firmly, the engine ain't running today with Team Khabib today. My bigger Osterberries in the house. But before we get on with all of that, let me come to you, Magdane, because you've seen some of these things that's been going on with the Khabib situation. Conor McGregor also chiming in. What have you made of this whole thing? Like for $3 million, like Khabib's got, like, he's a rich guy. Like I don't think $3 million is a reason to be fleeing your country. But what have you made of the whole thing, brother?
I never knew that he changed nationalities, mate. Jesus Christ, like over 3 million quid. Like you say, that's absolutely nothing to that man. That's pocket change, especially when he was, how much was he not given, like 20 million in properties or something like that in Russia? Like,
Can I add some context?
Go on.
So it all stems back to Eagle FC. And
hold on, I thought you weren't going to be talking much.
Yeah, well, shocker.
That's Leroy for you. Easy, dickhead. Yeah, people, spam fuck Leroy in the chat, people. Yeah? As you fuck Osberry is doing the damn thing right there, you know. Osberry is doing the damn thing right there.
I was gonna say,
fuck
I
Leroy.
swear I'm not a serial
that's
killer.
right. Come on.
So it all stems back to Eagle FC, and I think that the 3 million is related to that venture in taxes, which obviously Eagle FC is more or less defunct now, so there's no money in it. So I don't know why he would pay. All he has to do, he doesn't fight anymore, so his training camps don't need to be held in Dagestan. I mean, unless he wants to go home, I mean, save $3 million and piss off to UAE where it's tax free. All your money is yours. Bob's your uncle, fun is your aunt.
Yeah, I get it, but at the same time, can he go back to Russia, or is he going to get arrested? Like,
probably arrested. But I think let's take a few steps back to what happened a few weeks ago with the incident that happened with someone from his gym. I think it might just be convenient timing to suddenly have a very large tax bill. These things, I hope I have not this week, I'm still here. These things happen all the time. I think it's just convenient that just after that news, suddenly he's forced to flee because of taxes. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm going to come back to you. Maybe you can elaborate on some of the things that you just spoke about there. But when you look at this whole gym, this situation with the guy that you mentioned as well, I think he got killed. You know, as at the time that the thing happened. But when these guys went around blowing up synagogues, went around blowing up churches in Dagestan, like you don't go around doing that without repercussion on the government looking into you. Now, one of these guys is come from Khabib's gym. Khabib said, listen, this guy spent couple months here. We don't really know the guy like that. He came here, spent couple months, had a couple fights, and he was gone. We ain't seen him since 2021. How's you man now knocking on my fucking door, raiding my fucking gym because some guy trained here, like all the other guys that were here? He had nothing to do with that, right? And on top of that, when they raided his gym, the Russian government is now putting out a statement saying that gym is not the only gym. They're looking at all the gyms just for extremist elements in the gym. So it's not just his gym. They're making it out like they just raided Khabib's gym because obviously it's probably the most popular. It's the most popular Dagestani that's in Dagestan. Put it like that, as far as fighters go. So obviously his gym is going to be in the forefront, but they're looking at all gyms in and across Dagestan just for extremist elements. So, but this thing here with him fleeing fleeing Russia for 3 million, in a way, I'm thinking it's more sensationalism than maybe a real thing, because they're saying he doesn't even want to go back there, right? But is there a situation where, like, this guy was good with Putin? I don't know where the wires could have got crossed to the point where he couldn't pick up a phone to Putin and say, hey, your brethren, you gave me 20 million in property a couple months ago, or a couple years ago, whenever it is that I beat McGregor, and now they're chasing me for fucking taxes on them properties that you gave me, brethren. You know what I mean? Are you gonna do something about this? Are you gonna send an envelope? Are you gonna, like, bro? Are you gonna make a phone call? Like, what are you gonna do? But where did the wires cross? Where Khabib can't even pick up a phone?
You don't reckon Putin's a little busy right now to be dealing with one-on-one interactions?
Yeah. He's
hardly sitting down with the book in front of him going, now who owns
I've seen Putin rolling with Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, I was about to say that Putin's out there having a little bromance with King Jong-un.
I see them two brothers rolling around. You know what I mean? They're doing their thing. You know what I mean? Swapping seats in Rolls Royce on fucking racetracks and
waving at
yeah,
each other at the window like this.
yeah,
Was that the most
do
awkward hand wave you've ever seen in your life?
Yeah.
you know. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think 3 million that's like a surface problem. I don't think if it was for like, oh, they just want 3 million, Khabib will stay there and pay it and just be done with it. But it looks like this is more of a witch hunt, and they want to fucking almost like scapegoat him rather than just talk about the 3 million, pay your 3 million, and then we're just done with the whole case.
You know what else is wild? Not
Hmm.
a single that I saw MMA news outlet was reporting on any of this. They're not touching it with a 10-foot pole. The situation with that bloke in the gym and the situation with the debt and fleeing to UAE, none of them are touching it. I had to look well outside to find anything related to this.
Yeah, I had to dig deep just to find out some of the things that that I was just talking about just now, man. There's not a lot of people talking about it, but at the same time, he's been in there tangling up with Conor, and Conor's had some crazy shit to say. I mean, Conor's talking about, boy, I will celebrate when you die.
Conor?
That type of
Never.
shit. Yeah, bro, I'll send it.
Did anybody see Conor walking over the bridge of the mountain, by the way, just whilst you?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, in some difficult conditions as well.
Mate,
No,
you're walking over a bridge, bro, and he's like,
bro, the woman he left behind on the bridge.
I know, taking selfie spinning in circles and shit.
Who's going to get that fucking woman? They fucking left that woman way back there, bro. You know what I mean? That's crazy. But look, Conor's been talking spicy.
That's his cardio coach.
And we know Conor and Khabib, those two, they don't really get on like that. So it's understandable when you see the way Conor is going at Khabib. Like Conor goes at everyone. If he's not feeling you and his nemesis like that, he's coming after you. And some of the things that he said about Khabib, obviously is rotten. But look, Conor crosses them fucking lines all the motherfucking time. So there ain't nothing new about that. It's like, bro, exactly. It's like saying Kobe crossing the line. Like, bro, what line? You know what I mean? Like Kobe stomps on lines. Like fucking that's what he does. Give Kobe an 8 and they will stop on the
Conor stomps his own lines too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Come on. So, Yao, I want to come back to you, right? Because I kind of want you to elaborate on what you said earlier on. And in terms of this case here, the guy that was actually financing Khabib's gym, which is one of the reasons why they're actually looking at him. His name is Magomed Suvianov Magomed or something. He got sentenced to 19 years for the same thing that Roman Abramovich got done for, but Roman didn't get no time. He got time over there. He appealed it, and they reduced the sentence by 6 months. So he started doing 18 months and 6 months in jail right now. The guy that finances Khabib and a lot of other gyms and gym owners and fighters across Russia. Which
I was going to trace back to 2016.
It's on some oligarch thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know, Yao. What are you telling me about all this crazy shit that's been going on, bro?
It's gonna take you a while to live that down, buddy. Please continue.
Look, the thing that makes me feel good about that is
I
the
just
fact
wanted
that
to
at the
leave
end of
all
the
the
day, I
facts out
was
there.
right.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. So no,
he's not wrong.
So essentially, when and it's like what you said with where did the wires get crossed? Where it comes to things like this, you can normally always say, look, I'm gonna pay, this is my payment plan. It's literally that simple. So the fact that it got this far is scapegoating, and for me, it's obviously then tied back to all of it. Like you said, the guy who's funding him, who's now fallen out with whoever the powers that be are, plus that whole gym thing. Now it's like, okay, you know what? We need to take control of this thing because we don't have control of it. And Kabir's like, no, what are you doing? This is how things happen. I have nothing to do with this. So okay, I'm gonna go and apply value to wherever it is that they want the value that I am. So I'm headed to the UAE. But like I said, convenient timing simply because it shows that there's a scapegoat, some sort of scapegoating happening, as you said. So yeah, let's see what happens to him in the UAE. Khamzat is there. He doesn't fight anymore. He's now more of a mascot for the UFC than anything. But let's see who else can what else can happen in the UAE, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, that entire area, because it's really becoming the hub of combat sports. If you look at all the boxing that's going there, it used to only be Vegas, but now with Riyadh season and everything, it's the right place to be. So maybe it's even the best move for a Khabib Nurmagomedov at this point in time.
Can I ask you something?
So,
Can I ask?
hold on. So correct me if I'm wrong there. Saudi Arabia and the UAE, knuckles to knuckles, they're not buddies.
Yes, but that just creates
Deck to
the
deck.
regional, the regional competition, which means they'll be trying to, well, fucking have pissing contests of who can host better combat sports events, and that is only better for all of us, because then there's more money that they're throwing at all these fighters, which then also helps fix the whole fighter pay. So them being at odds is actually at a benefit for something like MMA right now.
Very true. Very
Right.
true.
So from what I heard, UAE, as you said, is a hub, but this is not just a hub for what you said. It's a hub for. It's a hub for non-taxpayers as well. People that don't like to pay taxes. They like to be citizens of the UAE, just like Switzerland. You know, Lewis Hamilton's kind of done the same thing over here. You know, he basically moved over to all his property, everything that's about him is in Switzerland, so he doesn't have to pay taxes over here in the UK. So if UAE, obviously, we also know Dana White is also a citizen. He's now gotten his citizenship with UAE. You know, I'm not going to say is that man. Yeah. I'm not going to say that man don't pay his taxes. I'm not here to say that. You know what I mean?
Pay some taxes. Yeah.
Right.
Business
But
taxes.
I told you, boys. See, when we were talking about Anthony Joshua last week and his fucking little charity, these men are not stupid. They know how to move money to make sure they're making money. Like, fuck me, man.
Come on,
this
is the thing.
It's not making money. It's just making. It's just.
It's
You don't understand what
spend
taxes
money.
do.
You don't have to pay. Yeah.
I went as far as saying rappers will go to strip clubs and the money they throw on them strippers are part of fucking tax write-off. They're claiming that motherfucker back. If you think they're just throwing dollars in the air for these strippers just because they love the strippers, you got something else coming. That's part of a fucking tax write-off. They're claiming that motherfucker back.
That's what I do with my dollar bills.
Yeah.
You just can't claim them back because you don't make enough. You just throw them.
Yo, yeah, that shit's crazy, man. That shit's crazy. But look, on the Khabib situation, look, I hope everything gets resolved. They give him back his bank accounts. It don't look like it, but I think he's got enough influence to try and pick something back up and try and get back on his feet.
It's definitely a bigger story.
He was never off his feet. What are you on about? Back on his feet? Man was never off his feet. He'll all get blown over. He'll all get fucking away with the wind, and then he'll be back in Russia within the next 12 months.
Yeah, it's just because when
his influence on Putin trying to coerce Khabib to come back and fight again.
Hey, who knows? Who knows? You know what I mean? We might just get that GSP fight in the end then. Who knows? We might just get that GSP fight in the end.
We're gonna get that Conor Khabib too.
No. That's dead in the water. We want legacy fight right now, man. You know what I mean? Like legacy things. We don't want Conor in the octagon. I don't think that you could offer that man.
All right,
prison time.
Khabib versus GSP then.
You could offer that man prison time or fight Conor. He probably choose prison time. That's how much you don't want to get back in there with Conor. You know what I mean? No, it's just come on, bro.
Conor
now you're talking stupid.
Conor would be the type to get himself arrested and sent to jail just so he ends up in the same cell block.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's more chance of that happening. But yeah, I don't think he wants to get back in there with Conor. He's done with Conor, man. You know what I mean? Big up everybody that's in the chat right now. We got a new subscriber, Code Maker. Big up yourself. Thank you very much for joining us. Big up yourself. Make sure you subscribe to the Head Kick podcast and the Rambling That podcast as well. Make sure you're showing love to all the guys. Welcome. Big up yourself. Aussie fight fan, dingo lover, kangaroo them, skippy people them. Big up yourself, Aussie fan, fight fan. Big up yourself, my bro. Salute to you. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And we're talking all topics in the MMA community right now. What's going on in the MMA news? Make sure you're slapping a like on the video, people, as we move on to the next topic. Spin the clip, Leroy.
Sean Strickland accepted a challenge from Navy SEAL Michigura at the Extreme Couture training facility. Jake Shields later posted some footage of the 5th round in which showed Sean Strickland landing blow after blow, putting an absolute beating on the Navy SEAL.
It's a tough dude. He's gonna be fucked up for a while after this.
I want to give you the biggest hug I won't. I'm so sweaty.
Thank you. Minute and a half left. Can't quit now. Up kick him, up kick him.
So just some editing notes there. Sean Strickland just a couple hours ago posted some more angles of that. I most definitely recommend going to check that out. It's good value.
What did we just witness? Like, how have I missed that on Twitter? Like, for a start, like, that's the first time I've seen that, and I'm just sitting there, with my mouth open, like that was just like being bullied. Up.
If you watch the whole video, it gets worse, man. It honestly gets worse.
Bro,
What the
bad.
actual
It's bad.
fuck?
It's bad. But Magdane, look, I
thought it was Jake Paul to begin with.
I want you. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? But I want you to obviously objectively break that video what you've just seen. Kind of break it down a little bit in terms of like what you're taking from it, especially the guy in there the guy being in there not being a fucking professional fighter, not even being a fighter.
Okay, for you about break down the skill set here. I was going to go, yeah, well, that was some lovely 1-2s. The uppercut was sweet. Yeah, I mean, the hooks to the body were perfect. Sean's footwork was impeccable.
So Sean was saying that he didn't want to knock him out. He wanted to make him quit. And if you heard there in the clip, he was saying, come on, man, all you got to say is I quit. All you got to say is I quit.
Right.
And the dude just kept standing up and taking punches.
He stayed the whole time. He saw out the full 25 minutes, 5 rounds.
Like, to be fair, they were just baby punches to the head, and then he was working the body. But at the same time, like, bro was just taking damage for the sake of taking damage to prove a point that you can go 25 minutes. Like, you were done, son. You couldn't even throw an up kick. You were that fucking wrecked. Like, is there any other rounds on there? Is the full 5 rounds up? Like,
no,
I want to see how he done
Jake
in the
Shields
earlier rounds.
posted that footage of the 5th round that we just watched there, a bit of the 5th round. And it looked like there was a super edit of the rest of it on Sean Strickland and on Mitch's page too.
That was hard to watch. But at the same time, like we spoke about it last week, saying, oh, Sean Strickland said he's going to wait for the winner of DDP and Izzy, and everyone's like, oh, he's silly for waiting. Why are you not taking these fights? Blah, blah, blah. Even Bisping on the BYM was saying, like, you'll be getting towards the end of your career going, I wish I had another 10 months and another 2 fights in me. And then he's just wasting this time now. And the dude's out there beating up Navy SEALs. Doesn't need a fucking fight. Yeah, I mean, he's fight ready all the time, that motherfucker, like I said. Every sparring session with that dude.
Just the other week, he was fighting that XK1 champion.
That was like somebody who was just beating up outside a fucking supermarket, like, for asking for a buck. Yeah, I mean, like, what the hell was going on there, man?
Yeah, big up yourself, Murphy. Salute to you. Thank you for joining us, Murphy.
Brother.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, bro. I mean, look, I was talking to Robocop earlier on. Yeah, big up yourself, Robocop. I was talking to him earlier on, and I said, look, I got a defense for Sean. It's got. I'm gonna sound like his lawyer a little bit, but really and truly, this is Sean's defense. But before I even drop that, I wanna get Yao's perspective before I drop what I will call Sean's defense, because he's getting killed out there, man. But I want to put perspective out there.
There's clearly context to it for the man to be in there in the first place. So it's not just like he is in there just beating up a fucking citizen for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, but fucking hell, that image,
Sean
that video, minute
him,
and whatever it was not easy to watch when it was out of context.
So the guy who's fighting, Mitch Aguirre, was the one who was asking for the sparring session. He was all smiles, and he's like, I'm not expecting to win this. I just want to survive. That was...
There you go.
Was that his own David Goggins fucking 25-minute thing? That, like, it just mind over matter. Let's just take a beating off a professional UFC athlete.
Pretty much. You know, some people love to do that. Like, people like Yao love taking gut checks and gut punches from people that they wouldn't even think about punching back. Like,
that's how all his head fell out.
He just went taking it for 25 minutes. That's
when you take some of them digs, you're not just wanting to crack some of them back, or do you think, fuck it, because they absolutely beat my ass, I'm just going to take the pain?
Well, like that kid said, if I signed up for it, I signed up for it. That's literally, that's it.
Thank you.
Nothing more or less. I said I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it.
Also, all the footage that exists of Sean Strickland, and you weren't like, yeah, maybe this is a bad idea. I mean, a bit of that's on you.
Sean has been, look, this is my defense for Sean. Sean's made it very public. You come in the fucking cage with me, competitive or not, I'll make you sign a paper. One day I want to kill somebody in there. He's told everybody, like, he's told everyone, I want to kill someone in there and get away with it. And if you think you're the guy,
Sean Strickland is like the Roadhouse movie in real life.
Literally, he's told everyone that would listen, I want to kill someone in here and get away with it. You know what I mean? Whether it's sparring, whether it's competitive, I want to murder somebody. Anybody, I don't care who it is. He was telling somebody at one of them Nick's fucking podcast, and it was telling the boy that was sat on the far end. It's like, right now, I'm not going to do anything to you right now, but right now, the way your temple looks and the way the corner of this table looks, it looks juicy, bro. Like, I just want to put your fucking head right on the corner of this fucking table, man, and just end you. And the brother said, boy, what did I do to you? It's like, nothing. It's like, but I'm just thinking like, I'm just feeling like that right now. That's how I'm feeling. You know, it's legal for him to think about it. You know, I'm not going to do anything to you. But when you come into the space of like a cage where you spar and they make you sign, put a pen to paper, and he's told everyone, like, he couldn't, if he did that, if that really happened and he went to court with how many public videos that he's put out there saying this is what he wants to do, and people are willing to sign and get in there with him, he's walking out every single time.
All it's going to take is one line of cocaine to send Sean Strickland over the fucking edge.
I just watched a video of him in the shower. And he said, I love guns, I love America, but can't have a shower with a gun whilst he's in the shower with a gun.
You watched a video of him in the shower, or you watched a video whilst you were in the shower?
No, he was in the shower.
Why you watching a video of Sean Strickland in the shower for?
That's the other video.
This is good, but big up Murphy in the house for something.
No, we're not moving away from this.
And we got Craig Gardner-Smith. Craig Gardner-Smith, thank you very much for pulling up. Salute to you. Big up yourself. Make sure that you're jumping over to YouTube, subscribing to the channels, and showing some love, man. Thank you very much for pulling up, brother. Salute to you. Look, Sean Strickland. I want to come back to you on this, yeah. With the whole thing that's going on with Easy and DDP, like we said, which we're going to touch on later. Do you think like sparring like this maybe really helps his cause? Maybe is this one of the reasons why UFC has been distancing themselves from him in terms of the things he's been saying? Because he says a lot of things, and I think it means some of the things that he says as well. He's not one of those guys that apologizes for what the fuck he just said. right? Sean ain't one of those guys, right? But do you think that's why UFC has been kind of distancing themselves away from him and maybe potentially even giving him like a chance at the title, because nobody wants to see their champion doing this to a civilian?
I think like Dana White says all the time about Sean Strickland is Sean Strickland. We don't muzzle our fighters. We let them live the lives that they have, and they come here and they do the job that they are given. So I wouldn't say necessarily distancing themselves. I mean, they still invite him to the press conferences, and he still says the stuff that he says. I think it's in this instance more a case of him waiting to make sure that he's ready to do this again and win. I don't think they're holding him back. I think the UFC also they have targets to meet, and like we've spoken about, we would have loved the battle for the African champion to be in Africa, but if you look at the gate from the last UFC, it was $16 million. If you look at that in any African currency, in order to get that, literally, you have to get foreign debt in order to fund that, and that's not going to happen. So the odds of us actually having it in Africa is slim, and the UFC has certain targets to meet. So I don't think they're necessarily stifling him or holding him back. I think they're trying to make the targets that they need to make, and he's getting ready for what he needs to get ready for. And like you said, he is Sean Strickland. It's well known. If you get in there, look what he did to Sneeko, a random YouTuber.
Yeah.
He beat the shit out of him. So he's made it known. If you come here, this is what's going to happen. So he's just being Sean Strickland. It's painful to watch because that guy, honestly, I think he got what he wanted, which was proving that Navy SEALs are as tough as they come. You can take a beating for 25 minutes and still keep going. So he proved what he wanted. He got what he wanted. Which,
if you're going to
for me,
be
has-
dumb, you got to be tough. That's all that comes to my mind. when
I
look at
personally
that.
think he just bit off more than he could chew.
Uh,
Because if you watch the full thing, it looked like he was warning out at the end of the second. And the whole reason that he didn't get out is because Strickland intentionally didn't knock him out. He was like, no, I'll make you quit first. So,
Well,
yeah,
when
he
Jake
survived to the
Shields
end.
said-
How much?
When Jake Shields said there's a minute and a half left to go, that must have been the longest minute and a half of that man's life.
Oh, man.
You'd have just been like, oh, fuck me.
Crazy, bro.
The worst part
Crazy.
is, if he had his gun with Sean Strickland, I still don't know how it would have played out.
That guy is fucking no. That guy is crazy, man. I'm saying that guy is absolutely fucking crazy.
I'm on board. We'll be saying it's bad PR and that he's lost respect for Sean Strickland. I'm like coming further over to Sean Strickland.
Yeah, I'm warming to Sean Strickland.
That
I
motherfucker.
say that.
All that
like,
shows
I'm
me
warming
is
up.
that Sean Strickland should be a Navy SEAL instructor. he should be in there running the fucking program.
He should be running the hand-to-hand combat
I won't be surprised if he gets one of them gigs. I won't be surprised because I can see all them Navy SEALs say, "Yo, bro, bring him in here once a week. We're giving so many $1,000, and we'll line the fuck up, and he can put the work on them."
You know, if the UFC ever decides to do one of those US Army events again, Sean Strickland's going to be headliner.
But I think America need to stop giving money to Ukraine and just send Sean Strickland over.
Yeah,
the war would be over. It'd be over in a day. You know what I mean?
And on the side pot, you'd have the whole Khabib tax debt thing sorted as well.
Yeah.
Listen,
if you can fight, money.
Two birds
Here's your
one
land.
If you can fight and know how to use weapons, there's only a handful of people that can count in the UFC that can really get down like these guys, and they know all about their weapons. One of them is your hero, Jordan, in John Jones. He's really about his weapon.
To be fair though, I would beat Sean Strickland in a fight.
And Valentina Shevchenko as well. She's all about a fucking weapon. She loves
she's
all
mad
the
for guns. Like,
when it comes to guns and bullets and shit, man. You know what I mean? Her nickname, the bullet. She's all about fucking firearms. And so Sean Strickland is all about firearms. He takes his fucking guns everywhere. He has a fucking interview in the mountains, and he's got his gun right there with some girl. some girl doing an interview with him in the fucking middle of fucking nowhere, and he sat down there threatening the fucking girl's boyfriend and say, yo, whoever it is that wants to step up here can come and see me. And he's grabbing the fucking gun, putting it right there on his fucking lap. Like this is just Sean Strickland, man. Like,
Sean's like that crazy guy in the
reason
movies.
that he gets away with so much of this is that everyone seems to think that everyone's just talking shit because the internet is so full of shit that everyone just assumes you're talking shit. And then you come across someone like Sean Strickland, like, no, what he's saying right now, he really means the words that are coming out of his mouth. He's about that.
I think if you were hanging around with Strickland in the desert and he had a gun, he's the type of cunt that would point it to your head and make you fucking cry and kiss his feet and then be like, nah, I was only joking, bro.
that type of guy.
Like, he is that guy.
Like 14-year-old schoolboys with big boy money.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, he's a weird guy, but I like I said, I've been warming to Sean Strickland for quite some time, and the more crazy shit I see about him, the more I like him. I felt like that about Kobe as well. I didn't like Kobe at the start, and the more crazy shit he did, I'm like, you know what?
I still don't like Kobe.
With this guy.
What do you think of Leon?
Who, me? No, my Dane. Oh, my Dane's got better answer for you, man.
No, I want to know.
No. I want to know about you. I'm interested in what you've got to say on this subject.
I got nothing to say about that, brother. You fucking freak. I know what you're doing. That's from that fucking Usman thing.
No. Come on. We don't bring up the past. We don't bring up the past.
I know what you, man. I know what you.
Put the past behind you. Put the past behind you and give us an honest opinion on Leo.
I got 2 words for you, 3 syllables. Headshot dead. Tell me what you think.
This is the kind of fucking sacrilege that I have to deal with on a weekly basis, people.
Sacrilege.
Yeah, you people can see this, right? You're behaving like Sean Strickland right now, and I'm like the Navy SEAL in the fucking cage that can fucking give us fucking strike. Hey, listen, look.
Navy SEAls can swim.
Leon Edwards is a wicked fighter. We've seen it. We've seen
we don't care anymore, bro. We're just winding you up.
Yeah. I had to get you to the point where you didn't care anymore. Now let's move on. Now let's move on.
Kick him in there.
You fucking work.
Kick him in there.
Wait, how'd you get your logo, by the way, yo? That's really cool. What fight was that from?
That is Chandler knocking out Ferguson, the head kick.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt.
And Chandler's holding a mic. If you look closely, where's it gone? My hip. Oh wait, hang on, right here. So there's the mic. That's Chandler, and that's Ferguson. There's Chandler's leg.
There's that big teeth kick that you want so much.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Tony Ferguson being laid out on kick him in the head shirt? How do you feel about Ferguson's mouth fucking getting turned sideways?
So if you shut the fuck up, I'll answer the question.
No, you just want to say about fucking Usman, yeah? Right?
Where do I get that shirt?
No, he wants it so he can burn it, bro. Like, he don't want that shit, bro. He's asking for that shit so he can burn it, bro. You know what that
I'll use your word.
I obviously didn't bring up his logo if I didn't know what was on it.
Samson, what's happening, brother?
You just wanted some confirmation, man, so you know what your next move is. We know your style here, right?
So where do I get that shirt?
We know how you do. You know?
Call me.
Don't tell him, yo. Don't tell him.
Leroy in the house. Fuck Leroy. Run it, people.
Rosie's.
That's a call me.
I mean, Ospreay was dead from the get-go, but Rosie, that's low even for you.
Rosie's like my favorite chat member. I'm just gonna throw that one out there.
For real, big up Rosie, man. You know what I mean? Hey, Rosie, just in case you didn't know, you want to be betting on who I've been betting on lately, man. You know what I mean? We're on the fucking road, brethren. I'm telling you, brethren, we're on the fucking road. We're on a nice road as well, man. You want to be betting. Don't be betting opposite where I'm going. You want to be betting where I'm going.
No. Rosie, bet opposite everything Ola says, because I just want to see you lose.
They're going to lead you astray, Rosie. You know what I mean? Cash Out King over here, man. You get me? That's Nas.
Dude, Cash Out King is not a rep. It's not something to flaunt. I don't know why you think that sounds cool in your head. I'm not sure, but Cash Out King is not it.
It fucking is. You know why it is? Because I'm always getting more than a fucking.
Because you're not sure about your picks. That's what you're saying.
No. I'm always
confident.
More than a fucking thing. That's why it's fucking cool.
You're cooked.
Whomever you bet, I'm betting opposite.
Oh, hold on.
I did that
Are
when
you
you said
telling me, Rosie, that your mind cannot be changed?
Yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about.
Hold on, Rosie. Are you telling me that with objective facts in front of you, your mind cannot be changed? Is that what you're telling me, Rosie?
What facts?
Objective facts. What do you mean what facts? You got the evidence, bro. Post the evidence, bro. You man got the evidence.
What were you saying about Nas? What were you saying about Nas a second ago?
No, I was gonna say it, but Leroy caught me, so I'm gonna leave it there.
So basically, what I heard is like
Leroy didn't want me to say
the man behind
I tried
the
to say about. I had to say it too. I wanted to say it 2-3 times. I tried to get it out there, but Leroy didn't want it to get out there. I was gonna say maybe go ask Nas. Nas might make you his 24th wife off the back of it, but I don't know. Nas been married a lot of people. But listen, yeah, I'll put better on that. Yeah, that Nas. Yeah. When you look at it, yeah, hold on. When you look at the fucking bet, the way they've been going nice. And when you cash out, you generally cash out more than you fucking put in. And when you cash out king, like the only way is up, man. The only way is up. You man, you need to come and see me for your parlays. Leroy, come and see me for your parlay. Magden, you need to come and see me for your parlay. And
no, I don't. I won money at the weekend too, bitch.
You need to come and see me for your parlay, brother. You know what I mean? Parlay king.
You're doing a parlay next week.
Yeah, man, come on.
What was the cash out king that you lost 70 quid on the other week that came in? Or what was the one at the weekend that you just lost 1.4k on that came in and you cashed out like a bitch?
That's what I'm saying.
Which one are you talking about? Which one are you talking about? Oh,
man's bragging about 600 quid and he could have walked away with 2 grand.
No, you should be talking about how much I put on and how much I got off of it.
Just put
you know what I mean?
on.
You can have some end results.
And the other one, when you do go the extra distance, you round like fucking bacon egg eater.
Yeah, do you want to know how he fucking makes his picks, people? So he puts on one betting line and then he puts on the other betting line of the opposites and just fucking crosses his fingers and sticks his thumb up his ass waiting on it coming in. And then when it's coming in, he pulls his thumb out his ass and hits cash out. And he's like, boom. Then he sniffs that shit.
Bro, in case you haven't heard back then, that's why it's called predictions and gambling, bro.
Yeah, that's why it's called cashing out, because you're selling yourself short.
That's why it's called.
Man's got a problem, people. Has anybody got a gambling addiction number that we can use? Ola needs help.
0800, go fuck yourself. That's what that fucking
0121, fucking do one.
The problem is he's actually good at picking the fights. The problem is that he cashes out when he should just like knuckle down and back what you said would happen and let it fucking happen.
And let it ride.
Yeah, so should I just backed MVP like I said it was gonna be, yeah? And then
okay, well that's why it's called predictions, you fuck with.
Well, exactly. So when I don't feel like backing that motherfucker that I thought was gonna
then why you put him on your parlay, you dickhead?
Because I fucking changed my fucking mind. That's why the cash out button is there for mind changers.
Yeah,
like
the cash out button is there.
You've never sounded. You've never sounded more Australian than when you just said parlay. I swear to God.
Yeah, listen. Don't you have bingos and fucking hippies and fucking kangaroos to fucking go and tend to, bro? Rather than minding what's going on with my cash out and my betting that, bro. You know what I mean? Go tend to them.
You need a self-exclusion button for the cash out option. That's what you need.
Yeah, I do love a cash out. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like Like cash out.
Cash out king is not a flex, is what I'm trying to get across here.
Hey, all right, you might not say it's a flex, but it's like my little kink. How about that? You know, it makes me feel good.
Okay, well,
yeah?
don't call yourself the cash out king because it just sounds stupid.
It's like my little fetish, man. It's like my little kink, man. You know what I mean?
Good luck cutting this clip,
we feel
Roy.
good, man. You know what I mean? It makes the Mutombo feel alive, people. You get me?
Wait, or swearing your life. After you hit the cash out button, are you sitting there praying that you were wrong on the next prediction?
No,
stop cash out show.
No, Robocop, you dickhead. Robocop, you fucking asshole. Oh, I swear to God. Anyways, I'm ready to move. I'm ready to move.
When you cash out, your next prediction, had you not cashed out, your next prediction, are you hoping that you're wrong? Like DJ,
he cashes out
please be
and he
wrong,
puts a tenner back on it. He cashes out, he'll put a tenner back on the remaining fights. I guarantee you he does
you're
that.
the one that showed man the thing in the first place. And now you're trying to expose man for the thing that you said man should do in the first place.
You doing pennies on the dollar.
You don't always say, oh, cash out, and then don't take a tenner out and put on the other thing. You're the one that fucking showed man that. And then you try to expose man, and then you try to expose man for the same fucking thing, you cockroach. You know what I mean? Try to expose man for what you give man advice just because man got better at it than you. You know what I mean?
You gotta understand that cash out button is not your friend. That's the whole point. That's what I'm trying to get across. That cash out is another avenue for the gambling agencies to save face. They don't have to pay out the full amount because you get cold feet and you have an option to cancel.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm the cold feet king. How about that?
It's all right. That's 600 quid. He can buy some new socks. His feet will be warm enough soon.
Cold feet king, I like it.
Yeah, I guess I'm the cold feet king, man. Big up.
I'll make sure all our branding matches that statement right there.
Fuck you, Leroy. Fuck Leroy, man. Spin the next fucking clip.
Rosie knows the truth here, like.
Yeah, see, and yeah, exactly.
Spin your ass like clip, bro.
UFC 305's main event, Dricus du Plessis vs Israel Adesanya, is official. With many verbal jabs at each other during the press conference, the two concluded with an intense stare down.
Hey, yo, people, that was a stare down. And I really, really, really want to commend Poatan and Yuri for their stare down last week in that fucking cage, right? And obviously, it looks like he's taking a life of his own. We might start seeing way more of this in the UFC between them fighters when it comes to this long, intense, bloody stare down. But yeah, I'm going to come to you first. What did you make of the whole press conference, the initial press conference, the back and forth between Dricus and Izzy? This is the first time that we're really going to see both of them really sit down in a controlled environment and and exchange words and stuff like that. What have you made of the whole thing? And then that stare down afterwards.
The champ is ready. He's ready for this fight. You might not like it, Ola, but he is ready. Um, calm and composed as always. There was the one jibe that Izzy tried where he's like, I'm not trying to disparage anyone or say anything negative. And Izzy's like, I didn't say he wasn't born in Africa, but I'm going to show him where he's from. And Drickers is like, whatever that means, because yeah, whatever that means. Like, what's hello? So seeing all of that, seeing the stare down, seeing the intensity from Drickus, seeing him turn back to Izzy, seeing the calmness on his face. Izzy's very intense. The last time I saw Izzy this intense was after his first loss to Poatan. No, yes, after his first loss to Poatan. This was then before he fought Strickland. So if I look at the intensity that he has, I hope he doesn't get distracted by the intensity of wanting to win back the title, and I hope he sticks to being the fun, entertaining Izzy that won all those championships back in the day. So I'm very excited about it. That stare down was amazing. It was really intense, and it just got more and more intense the longer you watched it, and then just kept going on and on. It's like, oh, okay, is it gonna end? So I think it's setting the right tone. The intensity is there, the passion is there from both fighters. I feel right now that the champ is in the right mind frame already. Let's see what happens later. Let's see if Izzy can get back to being Izzy. Like I said previously, I want him to get back to being that entertaining Izzy, the one who isn't really thinking about the person across from him, but is there to entertain us, to be the style bender. That's the Izzy I want to see. I haven't seen him yet, but let's hope that he does emerge during all of this.
Nice. Yeah, that is nail on the fucking head right there. You summed it up beautiful.
100%. Let me come to McDin. McDin, I mean, look, Easy said in that press conference, fuck the belt. Like, I'm not even coming for the belt. Whatever comes with what I do, the belt will come with it. I'm not here for the belt. This is more about, about proving something to himself, proving something to the fans, proving something to. This is not about the belt for him. This is about probably. Because look, the way he left and took a break was after Strickland's loss. And regardless of how Easy is a very, very proud man, right? For people that haven't gathered that. And that shit, throughout the whole time that he's taken out, regardless of what he tries to put out there, that shit must be eating him up. And going after
very
Dricos.
Proud Chinaman.
And going after Dricos in this fashion. For me, I don't know what you think, but do you think he goes out there, finishes Dricos? Do you think he takes it this time? Do you think he has new wrinkles to bring into the game, or is it more of the same from Izzy, like the old Izzy that you used to see?
It's probably going to be more of the same than we used to see. To be honest, like what more could he add to his game? Yeah, I mean, you might see a bit more of an open, flowy kind of Izzy, where he's not defending a belt anymore. I mean, he's going even he's sitting and saying it's not about the belt. Of course, it's about the fucking belt. Of course, he wants that thing back. I mean, like that's just a mental game that he's playing there to say, yeah, it's not about the belt. I'm just going in and fighting my fight. So yeah, we might see the old style bender back, where he's a bit more fluid with his movements. He's a bit more free with it. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be much more that he can add to his game, because he was already pretty like well-rounded anyway when it comes to the striking, counter-striking aspects. I mean, like I can't see him taking it to the ground with him. He's going to try and stay on the feet. He's going to have heavy pressure coming from DDP, who's always pushing forward like an absolute dog. And it's just about how is he going to manage that and mitigate it, especially when we see what happened to him against Strickland's forward pressure.
Yeah,
and DDP is a very similar style in that sense. I mean, so it's a similar fight to the Strickland fight, just with a different dog.
You're 100% right. That is bullshit. That it's not about the belt. It's most definitely about the belt.
It's always about the fucking belt.
But
do you know what was annoying though? Like, sorry, I've only watched half of this morning. DDP was very fucking like honorable about it. Oh, it was like the two first African-born fighters like coming together and going into this clash, making history, and then he comes out with that bullshit. And it's just like, why are you trying to spin this fucking narrative again? Like, I know you're trying to sell the fight, but at the same time, it's dead in the water. Like, we don't need that fucking murky shit for you to go and sell this fight. Like, people are excited to see
So the
this
weird
fight.
thing is, though, on that, McDane, the weird thing is, though, why is he trying to sell the fight on that angle? He's not getting any pay-per-view points. Why are you trying to sell the fight on that angle?
I won't be so sure that he's not getting any pay-per-view points. I won't be so sure, because you will be surprised what these motherfuckers, when they got leverage, negotiate with the UFC. I won't be so sure.
The
What I will say,
he got the title shot, not get the title shot and pay-per-view points.
This is what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying I won't be so sure. He might not get no pay-per-view points, but I'm just saying I won't be so
He's
sure.
100% not getting any pay-per-view points.
But what I do know is the thing that bringing this angle up to sell the fight is bizarre to me, especially when really and truly he was kind of the one at fault in the first place. Like, it went DDP. DDP was just stating facts. We spoke to DDP about this when he came on the channel. We spoke to him about this, and the way that I saw it, and I still maintain that till today, he was just stating facts. I live in Africa. I reside in Africa. I train in Africa. My gym is in Africa. My training partners, my sparring partners are in Africa. I wake up and I breathe African fucking air. These are all facts. This ain't saying nothing about Francis. Nobody said Francis ain't never lived in Africa before. We know the story of Francis and how he tried to cross them desert so many fucking times. We know the story of Francis. We know how hard he had it. You know, we respect Francis for that. We respect Francis' life story. You know, I don't think DDP was trying to discredit Francis in any way, or the Three Kings, as Easy said. And I fuck with Easy. All of you know I fuck with Easy heavy. But on this particular fucking topic, I'm not with it. And I'm not going to just turn around and be with it. And that's why it was so weird to me a couple weeks ago when Easy released that fucking clip with Hitler doing the fucking dance fucking moves and shit to rap niggas on fucking Nipsey Hussle fucking tune. It's fucking wild. It's insane. You know what I mean? Fucking Hitler dancing to fucking rap niggas.
You gotta be honest, though. That shit is crazy. Funny as fuck.
It's funny, but like, again, I know you're trying to sell a fight, but why take it to that angle? I thought this shit was squashed. Both of them apologized to each other and shit. You know what I mean? Like, Easy was actually the first person to go back and apologize. And I think at this point,
this is Easy's head game, sir. This is Easy's head game. Like I'm all credit to him for, like, if I was him, I would just double down on him and just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna send it, because all it does is favor him. I'm all for it.
I think that's what he's doing. I think he's just saying, fuck it, you know what? I've apologized to him, right? So anything that we do from here is just trying to sell the fight. That's how I'm looking at it now. Yeah, you don't need to take it this far to sell a fight. Everybody wants to see this fight anyways. The only thing that people ain't happy about is where the fucking fight's happening, which is in Dingoland. You know what I mean? Nobody fucking likes that. We want it to be in fucking Africa. But they go over there with Skippy Land.
The Australian Dana White getting in between them was awkward as fuck too.
Dude, it's like, I pick a better person who's less prepared for if shit pops off. That bloke looked like he had no fucking idea.
Mate, that bloke was unprepared to even fucking announce any of that. He was like reading it off paper.
It's like Israel Adesanya. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't think
they're going to be having the biggest fight for a championship belt, and it's taken. It was. I
would love to see. I would love him to have like a heart rate monitor on and just see what that was doing, because
it would have been like your fucking headline, mate.
Yeah,
he had no clue. But Leroy, let me get your view on this thing here. Having seen how good Whittaker performed the other day, whether it's Aliskerov, whether it's Makachev, whoever had been in there with him, I still expected, maybe not in such quick fashion, but I still expected Whittaker's arms to be raised. In terms of, you know,
I don't care who was setting up that day. Whittaker was getting his head.
Whittaker was winning. I didn't have any doubt. But in this situation now, when you look at the potential opponents that could be out there, and we talked about this before, but now this is after seeing what Whittaker's done. Do you think Whittaker should be getting a chance at least a redemption chance. Say DDP wins. Do you think Whitaker should be getting another chance, another taste at?
Let me say this:
DDP?
the fact that Izzy is fighting for the title right now is another one of these circumstances where this is what the brass wants, and it doesn't necessarily make sense, right? Regardless of what the fans want, which I always side with what the fans want was what we should get. But this is something that the brass wants. So if the brass wants this fight, this is another one of those fights that creates this really murky water where now we don't know who's actually next in line. Now we don't know what is the appropriate steps to take in terms of if fighter A wants to get to here or what happens if this happens. And everything, the whole division now, the top 5, top 10 is now just thrown in the air and like, let's just see how it falls. Because what if we have like a super close fight? Or what if we have a first round stoppage that is a no contest? Do they run a rematch? Do we move on? Where is it? Is it now in the US? Now do they do Africa? Because they need to get to Africa because PFL's moving on Africa real quick. They're looking to smash their first big event there. I mean, where do you go from here? So in terms of what relates to Whitaker, I honestly think that I still, and everyone's giving me shit about this from what I'm reading, either directly at me or indirectly from what I said to what people have said. I think Strickland needs to fight Whitaker and really solidify that position for either of them on like, no, you can't deny me the next shot, regardless of the outcome of this fight or whatever the outcome of this fight is. We fight. Now we know exactly who's next in line, and we can start building towards that and create some stability in the division again.
Yeah, 100%, man. There's so much. Look, 185 is looking tasty again, man. I'm not gonna lie. 185 is looking pretty tasty, man. And
285, 185. Every division right now, except for heavyweight, is looking real tasty.
It's looking tasty, and I'm gonna stick with you, Leroy, because this is more of a home situation to you, especially when it comes to the Aussies and the Kiwis. Now we've got Steve Herzog versus Kai France. And I'm sure you like both of these guys for different reasons. But Steve Herzog, especially, from Australia, like, what are you thinking about that fight? Who you think is coming out on top? And like, where without no bias.
So even Kai France said that Steve Herzog won that fight, and I still hold true to that. I think the Steve Herzog should be the champion.
You will leave Pantoja out of your mouth, and let's talk about Kai-Kara France.
Pantoja lost not only to Moreno, but he also lost to Steve Herzog.
You will leave Pantoja out of your mouth, and we will talk about Kai-Kara France. Fucking Herzog, bro.
Hey, I mad respect for Pantoja, and especially given his circumstances, his story, he lost both those fights. But Kai-Kara France taking this fight on, that fucker really is about it. He's like, even in the press conference, he said, I want the best fighters. I want to test myself against the best in the world, and that's what he's got. I'm all for. I think this is a great co-main event. Both of these guys could easily be champion given another night when they fought. Easy.
So, what do you think's winning?
Oh, that's a good question. I'll go with Kai-Kara France.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, and I respect it. I respect it. Yeah, I want to come to you with this question here, right? And this is going to be the last question before we wrap up the show. Big up everybody that stayed with us up until now. Salute to every single one of you people. Make sure you're hitting that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button. The links are in the chat right there for the Rambling That podcast. The link is out there. Big up Robocop, Wolf Fan Division. It's got the links in the chat right now. Make sure you go around, click on that link there, and subscribe to those channels, people. You're going to be helping the channel so much more than you're doing right now watching on all them other platforms. Trust me. Come over to YouTube, come show us some love, get in the chat and shout and show love to everybody. Big up to everyone in the chat. So yeah, I wanted to ask you this, Yao. It's just important, right? Do what he did to Yuri. Number 2, he's gone in the light heavyweight division now, and he's done things over and over again that Izzy couldn't even do one time. The question that I want to ask you, and I saw this tweet, I did say I'm gonna credit this brother, so I want to credit him right now on the show. Jonathan JJ Triple L at John with Italy and US flag. Big up yourself. I'm just I saw this tweet yesterday and I said, you know what, I'm gonna put this question to the panel. What does Izzy need to do to surpass Alex's resume? I'm gonna start with you, Yao. What does Izzy need to do? That was the question here, and there was a lot of replies to, but I just wanted to get you guys' take. But I'll start with Yao. What does Izzy need to surpass Alex's resume?
Shout out to everyone in the chat. So for me, it's quite simple, and I actually saw that tweet and I responded to that tweet. He needs to beat Alex Pereira. That's the only way, and especially if he beats him at light heavyweight. That's the only thing that can bring Izzy's, I guess, aura, Izzy's accomplishments back to the level. Because what Izzy did was phenomenal. One of the most active champions ever. He won back-to-back defenses. But what Poatan has now done in the space of time that he's done it, including having beaten Izzy, unfortunately has given him this elevated status very quickly. And now the only way to capture that back without time, because things like that then take time to recapture, and Izzy doesn't have that much time necessarily in his career to recapture it as such. And Poatan is going hard. He's taking every fight he can. He's going for every single PPV that he can, whereas Izzy recently said that he's going to retire until 2027. So, in that, it took some of the shine, some of the gloss off everything he had accomplished, specifically because it's being done at the time where Poatan is at his height. So because of that, and the way memory and history works, we'll remember that more, especially because after losing to Poatan, Izzy said he's going to take, 3-4 years off fighting. That literally was almost like him saying, I have now fought the best and I have lost, and the best, or I've won, and the best has now moved on. But I think the only way for him to reclaim that is to beat Poatan at light heavyweight. Other than that, even if Poatan comes back down to middleweight, I'm not too sure if that would really give it the same sort of triumphant energy. So the only way is to beat Poatan at light heavyweight.
What about you, Magdane? I mean, what does Izzy got to do to surpass Alex's resume? Because sometimes it's not always as direct as just being Poatan. You could go and deal with other fighters that can give you kind of the same level of, say, recognition in Poatan's achievement that it's already done in very short space of time.
I don't think he can. Like, straight away from hearing that question, I'm like, he can't. Like, How can he? From the time frame, from the level of opponents to the 2-weight championships, probably a 3-weight championship, the way that this man's fucking going. Like, this is a year of the Stonehead, people. Like, it's fucking, like, Izzy's Chinese calendars all over the place when the Stonehead turned up. You know what I mean? The monkey, the rat, whatever went out the fucking window, and this guy turned up and just went, fuck you. Like, even if he beats him at 205, it still doesn't surpass what that man has achieved. Like, he would need to go in there. That one caught Leroy off guard. Like, he would fucking need to go in there and shout out to Wolfie as well there. Yeah, my dog's being a dickhead. He needs to beat everybody's beat. He needs to go and beat Jerry. He needs to beat Jan. Like, that he had a boring ass fight against because he got lay and prayed on for most of it. You know what I mean? Like, fuck me, man. Like, he needs to go in there and beat Jamal Will.
He needs to knock out John Jones, and that fight's never going to happen.
I say Jamal Will for the people in the chat as well.
And if that fight happens, I don't even necessarily think he does anything.
The one thing you know is Jamal Will. The ones who
Yeah,
go
like
no tomorrow.
even if he beats Pereira at 205, which let's be real, yeah, he knocks his ass out at 185, but that's because he's lighter. His chin is
cut
obviously
weight. Yeah,
softer.
he's the weight.
Look
He's
at
the
the
weight
people he's
cutting
fucking
issue.
came against.
We
Like,
all knew it.
at 205, he ain't beating him. Like, he ain't knocking him out at 205. I just can't see it. Like, his chin is clearly there at 205. Like,
at 205, I think he might play decision game against him at 205 just to get the win. I
against
don't
us
think he
knocks
goes
out.
after him.
Well,
I don't
we forgetting
think he
Izzy
goes
got
after him
knocked
and
out.
He
gets
tried
knocked
that
out.
in their first bout in the UFC and he got knocked out.
Yeah, this is what
So
I'm
he's
trying
gonna
to say.
get knocked out at 205. Like,
bro,
For sure.
the way that I look at it, again, like what you said, I'm going to come to you, Leroy. I don't think Izzy surpasses Poatin's resume at all.
Nah.
I don't see a world where it happens. And Izzy can still do a lot of things, a lot of impressive things, and I still
And he
don't
already
think,
has.
yeah,
For
like his
sure.
career already was
Right.
phenomenal. Like, we're not smearing
and I
that
still
at
don't
all.
think
Like,
he even catches what Poatin has done in such a small space of time. Like when you look at Poatin's fights and the people that he's beat, we're talking in Yans. Like I said, he did what Izzy couldn't do at 205. Like we're talking about the Jamal Hills, Yuri twice. We're talking champion level calibers that he's just going up there and destroying these guys. And they say, oh yeah, but he's never really. I saw Usman talking about, oh yeah, he's never really had a wrestler or grappler that could really test that. He had Jan. Jan Bahovic. We see what he did to Izzy when it came to the grappling.
You mean the
And he just,
41-year-old?
you know what I mean? He just malhandled
yeah, with
Izzy down
multiple
there.
injuries and all the rest of it.
He's
but-
not had a good grappler, and I actually.
And listen,
think that's right.
I don't even think Ankalaev. I don't think Ankalaev is even going to be a problem. Ankalaev's like a big, dumb, slow sloth. Like, yeah, he can get you down to the ground. Yeah, he's got some power, but
you will wash your mouth out. You will wash your mouth out when you say that.
I won't wash shit. I won't wash shit. Big, dumb, sloth,
when you talk about
motherfucking Russian of a
that,
dude.
man.
You know what I mean?
When you talk about Ankalaev like that, yeah. No.
Ankalaev's the type of dude that pulls up to the drive-thru and stares at the menu like a stoner for 10 minutes before he tells you what he wants.
That. I've been in the car with you. I saw you fucking staring down a fucking McDonald's menu for 5 minutes. The woman keeps saying, hello, you're going to make an order.
I don't
I'm
like
fucking
it,
looking.
but
Give
I
me a
agree with
fucking
Ola. I don't like it, but I agree with Ola. I actually think that Ankalaev does him.
Nah, Ankalaev is a different problem. But look,
not in 2024.
But that doesn't diminish what I'm trying to say. Doesn't diminish what Poatin has done from 85 all the way to 205. And then if he goes to heavyweight and does things against them 265 motherfuckers, then bro, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what more accolade that you could give to Poatin at this point. To me,
if Alex knows what's good for him, he'll skip Ankalaev fight and go straight to 265.
I don't think he does that great against some of these bigger boys in the 265 weight division. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, he'll have some interesting matchups in the top 10, but I don't think he, top 5, I don't think he's getting anywhere with those boys.
I think Aspinall
look,
Aspinall steals all the hype.
I think if you want to put him in there, you put him against the Bam Bam. I think a fight with a Bam Bam versus Pereira.
No, stop talking about Bam Bam. Yeah, you're a freak talking about Bam Bam like that.
A Rosenstrike?
Rosenstrike would be another great one.
Why fucking went to
Not Bam Bam. Bam Bam. Rosenstrike, yes.
Come on, bro.
Kickboxer.
How you gonna fucking drop Bam Bam?
You're a fucking pair of Bam Bams. You shut up. You know what I mean?
Jesus. McDaniel like making sense of it.
I fucking said Bam Bam blood. All right, hold on.
You're still riding Richmond's dick, buddy.
I'm more worried. I'm more talking about someone like a Tom Aspinall. Say John Jones isn't ready.
That makes sense. I don't know what the dig is there.
Saying John Jones isn't ready. Poatin makes it to heavyweight, and he has to fight somebody like a Tom. How does he do against somebody like a Tom?
He's not going to do anything against a Tom.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like number 1 contender, interim champ, top fucking level. I've just said top 5. He's going to struggle. Top 10, right? 5 to 10.
Does he struggle against Almeida?
Yes, he fucking does. Look at
Yeah,
Almeida, what
no,
he's done
he
to
loses
everybody
to
else that
Almeida.
weighs.
He loses
Are you
to Almeida.
joking?
Right.
Okay. That one's probably the most clear cut of the lot.
Yeah, like how the fuck are you
fights.
making money on the weekend with an ideology like that? You fucking
I'm asking a
dingo.
question, bro. It's not ideology.
Do you think Poatan beats Almeida?
It might be a question I
You're
already have
fucking
the answer
cooked,
to.
mate.
I'm just asking for the
You're
people.
You're about me looking at a McDonald's roster. You're looking at the McDonald's menu. You're looking at a heavyweight roster. Like,
yeah, just got so big and pulp, buddy. That's fucked.
No, I'm just asking the question for the people, man.
Okay,
You know?
I want you to answer your own question.
Volkov, that would be an interesting one. How would he deal with the length? You know what I mean? And then there's also the threat of the takedown and the submissions from Volkov too. That would be an interesting fight.
Chin high though, so I'd give it to both.
Yeah, 100%. So that would be an interesting fight. I'll give you that one.
Who else does he beat?
Did my job for me. Thank you very much.
Answer me. Who else does he beat?
Who else is who beat?
This fucking guy.
I like the
Curtis Blades?
Rosenstrike idea because Rosenstrike is a former kickboxing champion as well. I think he's got over 75 wins, something like that in kickboxing. He's a decorated kickboxing champion. He might not be the best in the UFC, but maybe he gives another kickboxing champion a run for his money. I'd like to see the Rosenstrike.
Like Adesanya, sure.
I do not want to see that guy with another fucking kickboxing fucking fighter. Just give him a sambo, motherfucker, and just let's see what's up, people. Just give him a sambo, mother. I don't even want the all Americans. Just give him a sambo, motherfucker, man, and let's see what's up. You know what I mean?
Top 10 heavyweight, Ola. Who does Poatan beat?
In the heavyweight.
Let's start John Jones. Does he beat John Jones?
No. I don't think
does he beat Thomas?
And that's Jones without drugs. Jones with drugs, hell no. But Jones without drugs.
Let's stick to yes and no. Let's fucking roll through it.
Thomas,
this ain't cocaine bear.
It doesn't beat cocaine, John. No.
Curtis Blades.
Fuck no.
You missed Cyril Gane.
Cyril Gane, my apologies.
Cyril Gane ain't even in the competition. All right. If we're adding Cyril Gane,
maybe, kickboxer.
Maybe.
No, he beats Cyril.
He still gets bodied by Cyril Gane.
He gets bodied by Cyril Gane.
Yeah, I'm just giving it a chance.
Sergey Pavlovich. Sergey Pavlovich.
Everyone.
That'll be a fun fight.
Yeah. Curtis Blades. Were you running with that one?
Fuck no.
Right. Alexander Volkov.
Fuck no.
There's your top 5, right? So there's all your fuck no's in your top 5. Exactly what I was saying.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You just confirmed.
So why are we assuming that he beats Jones though? Why is people assuming he just goes up there and beats your hero, bro? Like, come on.
It's not my fucking hero. Shut the fuck up.
Fucking hero.
Haram.
Everyone knows I'm McDane's hero. Let's not get it twisted. Okay,
right.
So let's go from hold on. We're still working this out. McDane, have you still got the rankings in front of you there?
Yeah, mate. Stipe Miocic.
Can we go from 5 to 10, please?
Stipe Miocic.
Stipe, yes, and maybe, but yes, I'll go with it.
Jelton Almeida.
No.
Marcin Tybura.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sergey Spivak. Yes.
Yeah.
Tai Tuivasa.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. Derek Lewis.
Yes.
No.
And that's me going to 11, baby. That's me going further. And then you got Rosenstrike.
So on the total, what are we sitting at? Like 4 yeses? And he's sitting there questioning
like
why Tai Tuivasa is a bad option. That is like the perfect candidate to welcome him to the heavyweight.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a wonderful fight for him.
Thinking about it now.
Good enough question.
I mean, I don't know if Bam Bam's still the name to be brought up into the team though. Like Bam Bam, like leave Bam Bam alone. I love Bam Bam, man. I love his celebrity. I love that guy, man. You know what I mean? Like that guy needs a hair transplant. You know what I mean? Like I just leave Bam Bam alone. But look, I still think Alex Pereira can go to the heavyweight and do some great things. But some of them are maybe, some of them are fuck knows. There's a very small probability of yes there. this is the most that we've seen of Alex Pereira is why we're saying it like this. Maybe when it goes up there now, if he looks comfortable, we might start saying more comfortable yeses than we've said today. But we're only saying the amount of fuck knows and knows because we've never seen him up there.
So who should he face? If he was to go to heavyweight right now, who should his opponent be?
Today, right now.
I think Bam Bam's a great one because he has enough name recognition to make it worthwhile as well.
I think Almeida.
Well, yeah. Who do you think?
The thing is, if you're the
currently
looking to become the super champ, yeah, if you're looking to be the super champ, you have to be going top 3, top 4, win or lose. So
and who does he beat out of top 3 or top 4?
I say he beats Curtis Blades.
He's not top 3. Top 3.
No,
Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane, and Sergey Pavlovich.
I'm not fucking.
If you want to go John Jones, Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane.
Then I see him beating Cyril. Yeah, because Curtis is slightly back. I see him beating Cyril. Why? Because if I look at Cyril's style is touch and go. If it's a championship fight, take you to third, fourth round, then maybe put the power in. If I look at Alex is going to time you within the first round. Then the second round, if you get there, that's when he starts to hit you with the big shots and the left hook comes in. I see him beating Cyril easy. So I say Cyril Gane. And Cyril is looking for redemption. Plus, you have to put Poatan against someone who's fought for the title. You can't put him against, with all due respect to the rest of the roster, you can't put him against bums who haven't even fought for the title before. So I say Cyril Gane, and I see him beating Cyril Gane.
There's no fucking way he beats Cyril Gane. That is cooked as cooked to be. That is so cooked.
He beats
You cunts are proper fuck, I swear to God.
Don't ever say them things about Blades no more, you know what I mean? Like, fuck it up.
He just said he beats Blades and he beats Cyril Gane. You're proper cooked.
Oh, you literally said 5 minutes ago that he could beat the top 5. Like, he could beat somebody in the top 5, and then we ran through the top 5, and you're like, nope.
I didn't say Curtis Blades.
Nope.
I didn't say Curtis Blades. Like,
yeah, because
definitely said he could be someone in the top 5, and then when you went through
the list, and didn't realize Curtis Blades is number 4.
You had 4 yeses out of the top 10. Out of the top 11.
You man are doing a good job of fucking with me today, man. You know what? I gotta give you that, man. You done your job.
Thank you.
Every single one of you. From you and my yourself. Well, what did I
put that comment back?
Poatan would smash Cyril. Do you think Gane could be a glory champ? It'd be a striking match.
In a striking match,
do very well.
Unfortunately, that left hook comes
into play. Turns out Queen's MMA is cooked as well.
Yeah, I did have it as a maybe, but like I said, I only said maybe because
the left hook comes into play, but at the same time, carrying the extra weight, it probably won't be as quick. The area still be quick, but it won't be as quick. And you're going to be punching a dude that probably weighs 265 plus. Like, is that left hand still going to be the left hand of God that he's found the sweet spot at 205 with?
You know, that's the thing, which is why I'm saying you just don't know, because you're going to be fighting these guys that I've never seen him up there. Once we get a sample size, maybe we can listen. You know, we'll have a more definitive.
Ola, here's the truth. The truth is, he will never go to heavyweight unless he goes straight for title shots. So then it's okay if he loses.
And I agree with that.
I suppose.
It's the only way that you won't see Adesanya going up to fight anybody at 205. You're like, oh, I'm just going to move up. No, it's a title fight or nothing. Title fight or I stay.
It's got to be worth something. It's got to be for something. I agree.
Which makes it all the more wild that Aljamain Sterling had the longest winning streak longest title defense at 135, loses once, and then goes up to 145 and fights, ranked, sure, but not the upper echelon. Like, credit to that man for just going, fuck the brass. I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway.
Yeah,
they did him dirty, and we know their relationship between Aljamain and UFC. Yeah, they do him dirty all the time.
That's a whole other topic to bring up on the next one. And people, we have come to the end of the show. Salute to every single one of you that's hung with us. You guys are super Super, you guys are the reason we do this, man. You guys are the reason we're here every single week. Salute to every single one of you. Big love to you. And I want to thank my brother Yao. I want to thank my brother Dane. I want to thank my brother Leroy for pulling up again this week on the Dust Up Shakedown Show. Big topics to talk about. People, if you're watching on playback, make sure you engage. Make sure you put in your thoughts and feelings into the comments. Let us know what you guys are thinking. And up onto the next show, people. Hasta la vista. We're out. Salute. Big love.
Peace. Fuck Leroy.